Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Well, we'll talk a little bit boxing before I get to my NBA. I got some couple of games I want to watch, right? But let's talk about boxing a little bit, or this thing that should be sport, but it's not really sport. Boxing is not really sport anymore. Probably never really been. It's a lot of stuff going on. So I have to talk about boxing's Bigfoot or UFO. This is how I talk about this dude. And I'm talking about Demetrius Andrade, right? It's like talking about UFOs or Bigfoot or something. Like I must be a conspiracy theorist, right? Because I'm talking about this dude, who's been here forever. But anyway, we hear the news is Eddie Hearn, the promoter from England that promotes Anthony Joshua and others, right? Eddie Hearn, he's in the mix. He's one of the young promoters who's, likes to talk. He's in the mix, right? He brought the zone to America and to most, other countries. He's, Matchroom, you know, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn comes out and says, you know something, man, I'm going to talk to the zone and try to get the zone to make Demetrius Andrade and Gennady Golovkin fight. Right? Sounds cool to people who don't pay attention now, doesn't it? But here's the dude talking about Bigfoot and the UFO, right? This, and I'm telling you, it's BS, right? I hope I'm wrong. Got a wrong hat that I never could put on, right? Would love to. This is what's going on with that, right? Bottom line is, Eddie Hearn is negotiating with Canelo Alvarez. I don't even know why, for a 2-fight deal with so he can fight Admir Yildirim and then Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, that Billy Joe Saunders, the one he called a runner after Billy Joe Saunders beat the hell out of David Lemieux. You remember what Canelo said after that? Ooh, he's a runner. I don't want to fight him because he looked impressive. Right? Canelo don't fight people that looks impressive. You looking way too impressive. So he's a runner then. Now he wants to fight him because it's what I'd rather fight him instead of this Demetrius Andrade guy. So Eddie Hearn's in negotiation with him for a 2-fight deal, which he shouldn't. Eddie Hearn should say, no, I ain't negotiating with you, and I'm going to tell the people what you're trying to negotiate about. But, Canelo brings in money, so he's going to negotiate with him anyway, which he shouldn't do. But okay, right? This is basically, I'm going to say this about Gennady Golovkin and Demetrius Andrade, so Demetrius Andrade can leave Billy Joe Saunders alone, right? Eddie Hearn should be saying, okay, well, you going to fight Yildirim, right, Canelo? In the meantime, I'm going to get Demetrius Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders, and you can fight the winner of that fight instead of just picking Billy Joe Saunders. Because like I told you before, Canelo was saying, Billy Joe Saunders, hold up. Don't fight no Demetrius Andrade, because if you do that, that's it. I'm not going to try to unify the division because I am not fighting Demetrius Andrade. Giving up a $365 million contract and $35 million per fight is telling you how bad he's not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. It is impossible for somebody to be in the same division, 154, 160, 168, all this time in the same division with a belt, and I ain't going to fight nobody. Charlo too. Now, don't get it twisted. Charlo too. So let's just see, because for me, Andrade rules boxing, in my opinion. You guys do not believe that. It's not happening. Gennady Golovkin ain't fighting Andrade either. We're just not talking about him in this video. Andrade offered to fight him right-handed, and he's a southpaw. During the Vanis Rosen time. He's been trying to fight him and Canelo forever, and it's documented forever. So neither one of them going to fight him. So, bottom line is the only way Eddie Hearn, the reason he is saying that is so everybody's attention can go away from Demetrius Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders. That's who Demetrius Andrade should fight, right? Because that way, Canelo, he can eat his words again and not want to unify the 168-pound division because he didn't want to do it with a 160-pound division. I know I'm repeating myself, but damn it, I'm not monetized. I don't have to talk about all those fake headlines that are not. Demetrius Andrade is a headline. Terrence Crawford is a headline. The Charlos are a headline. Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, headline. Michael Hunter, headline. Guillermo Rigondeaux, those are headlines, right? The other stuff, they force feeding you this other stuff, and they're not fighting these other guys. So I don't have to talk about them. I ain't monetized. There ain't going to be no commercials before this or after this. Ain't nobody going to ask you to subscribe or like what I'm talking about. None of that. Whatever. And I don't follow none of these guys on social media and stuff like that. So if I'm a fanboy, I think maybe you are, because I don't follow them. I don't want no selfies with them. And I don't follow nobody nowhere. Bottom line is, it's about the truth. And what's going on is just effed up. and we just have to stay on it. Everything else ain't important. That's what's gonna happen. Bottom line is Andrade ain't fighting no Gennady Golovkin, and that is it. Eddie Hearn is saying this so the media, so everybody can get away from the Billy Joe Saunders fight. Mark my words. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide, and we up out of here, y'all.